Every morning, Sarah arrived early, ready to welcome everyone with a genuine smile. From her reception desk, she answered every call with patience and professionalism. She greeted each employee warmly, even when most hurried past without noticing her. An elderly visitor struggled with paperwork, so Sarah gladly stopped to help. Despite the busy morning, she remained calm, organized, and kind to every caller. Jason walked through the lobby, barely noticing Sarah's friendly morning greeting. A delivery driver looked confused, and Sarah happily guided him to the correct office. She comforted a nervous job applicant with encouraging words and a reassuring smile. Sarah carefully organized visitor passes before the day's important appointments began. As the lobby grew quiet, Sarah returned to her desk, unnoticed by almost everyone. The CEO gathered his managers to prepare for an important international client's arrival. Across the office, employees hurried to complete every final preparation before the meeting. At reception, Sarah reviewed the visitor schedule and noticed Richard Bennett's name. While everyone rushed around, Sarah calmly welcomed visitors and answered every call. Moments later, Richard Bennett arrived outside the headquarters in a luxury executive car. The CEO and senior managers warmly welcomed Richard at the building entrance. As Richard entered the lobby, he quietly looked around, searching for someone. He suddenly stopped walking, surprising everyone standing beside him. Richard calmly asked, "Is Sarah Mitchell still working here?" Hearing her name, Sarah looked up in surprise as Richard smiled warmly at her. Sarah stepped from behind the reception desk, surprised to hear someone calling her name. Richard walked towards Sarah with a warm smile, leaving everyone else completely confused. Sarah looked closely at Richard, trying to remember where they had met before. Richard gently shook Sarah's hand and thanked her for a kindness years ago. Sarah listened carefully, still unable to remember the moment he described. As Richard continued speaking, old memories slowly returned to Sarah. The CEO and Jason exchanged puzzled looks, wondering why Richard knew the receptionist. Richard politely asked Sarah if they could speak for a few minutes. Employees quietly watched from nearby, curious about the unexpected reunion. Richard took a deep breath, ready to reveal the story everyone wanted to hear. 10 years earlier, Richard entered the company carrying only hope and a worn briefcase. Sarah welcomed him with a warm smile, noticing the worry on his face. After a disappointing meeting, Richard sat alone, feeling completely defeated. From her reception desk, Sarah quietly noticed that something was wrong. She walked over and gently asked if he was feeling all right. Richard admitted his business was failing, and he feared losing everything. Sarah offered kind words that slowly restored his confidence and hope. She brought him a cup of coffee and stayed to encourage him. For the first time that day, Richard smiled with genuine gratitude. As Richard left the building, he turned back and thanked Sarah once more. Back in the present, Richard finished sharing the story with everyone in the lobby. He explained that Sarah's kindness gave him hope when he needed it most. Employees listened silently, realizing how one small act had changed a life. The CEO looked at Sarah with a respect he had never shown before. Richard publicly thanked Sarah for treating him with dignity during his hardest days. Sarah smiled gently and said, "I simply wanted to help someone in need." Jason quietly reflected on how often he had overlooked Sarah's daily kindness. One by one, employees walked over to thank Sarah for her compassion. Richard invited Sarah to join the executive meeting, surprising everyone in the lobby. For the first time, Sarah entered the boardroom beside the CEO and Richard. Richard thanked Sarah once again before the CEO and senior leadership team. He said, "Success may fade, but true kindness is remembered forever." The CEO stood proudly and thanked Sarah for living the company's values every day. He presented Sarah with a certificate of appreciation before the entire leadership team. Everyone rose to their feet, applauding the woman they had overlooked for years. Later that day, employees visited the reception desk to thank Sarah personally. Jason sincerely apologized, and Sarah accepted his apology with a warm smile. As Richard departed, he turned back and waved gratefully to Sarah. The next morning, employees greeted Sarah with genuine respect and appreciation. Never underestimate someone's position. A single act of kindness can change a life forever.